Well, I was convinced Christian was coming this morning. My intuition told me, be ready, by 9 o'clock, Christian will be here with your prize, with 50 grand in a boot. Even though it contradicted my thoughts that I was anywhere near the winning cross. So my intuition let me down, but my original thoughts that I was nowhere near the winning cross was spot on. Because here I am. There's a winning cross, there's me. Vertical not too far out. I think I went slightly above as well the average. I think I went above the average, can't remember now. Or did I go below it? No, I went above it. I went above the, I can't remember. But I wasn't far away from it. I think the average would have been in zone 3 or may have crept into zone 2. But that's where I am, and I can't complain because, let's be honest, Saturday's video, I had no idea where to go. It was a disaster from my point of view. I was only doing my free ticket, which I usually do anyway. And I can't criticise where it is because, well, I didn't know where it was going to be. Bit surprised it was that low, but, you know, I wouldn't have been, like I said, I wouldn't have been shocked, whatever it was. So there we are. I ended up in zone 3, which I sort of expected. Let's have a look at the judging then and remember what we said last week. So here's the judging video. Good spread, as we expected this to be. It's exactly how we predicted it. 8 judges this week again. Kieran's in charge. Excellent. Not much of a cluster over here, but about as near as damn it, in that, you know, these are more together than the others, because you've got one down here and one all the way up there. That one all the way up there on the left, I can't get my head around that one at all. That one doesn't make any sense to me at all. How can this fella, whose eyes we can see, be looking all the way over there, and how can this fella here, number 15, be looking all the way over there? I wasn't going for that one at all. There is one down on the left here, which is very close to where 2 of our guys went. And as we said in Saturday's video, it's quite possible that the judges will go down there. But if the main cluster is up in this area, they'll end up taking that away. So, because in theory, if the main cluster was up there, the winning average wasn't going to be there. Otherwise, you'd have to have half of them all the way over here. So it didn't sort of add up that way. But yeah, I mean, whoever decided to go down here was spot on, because one of the judges did indeed go down there. But like we said, if the cluster's over this side, they're going to take that out. And they're certainly going to take that one out. So let's have a look. What did they do? So here's the final result. There's 6 crosses left. They've taken out Leo's and Peter's. The one that was down here and the one that was up there. So it's as we suspected, they took this one from here because the cluster was up here. And that has now ended up with the winning cross there. So, like I said, this fooled everybody. None of us had a clue where to go. We had, I think it was 11 crosses, something like that. 10 or 11 crosses, and they were spread from up here right the way down there, and the judges have very much done the same thing. But there we are. Let's have a look at this week. So I've had a quick look. So there's my first cross then, all the way up here by this side of this big pipe thing in the background. Why have I gone there? Well, bear in mind now, remember what I said, this is my first guess after a glimpse at it. I may end up going nowhere near here. I'm sure most of you guys put your first cross in some place and then think, that's ridiculous, and then move it. I've gone by this guy on the right here. Now, we can't really see his eyes, but his eyebrows look as though they're raised, so I think he seems to be looking slightly up higher than his head. So if I'm looking that way like that, it doesn't look too bad to me. And if I do what somebody else suggested before, draw a line from the top of his lug hole through his eyes, and that more or less lines up as well. So I started there and I thought, right, we're somewhere along there then, along that line. So I'm quite happy with the height there. Now this fella is going to be a long way away from the ball, so that opens it up massively. So I got one eye sort of looking in that direction, and where's his other eye gone? One eye sort of looking that direction there, so that's where I am. He may be looking further left, but I've tried to look at it in a 3D sort of point of view because the ball is much further in front of him. I mean, his head is angled up slightly. He hasn't got, we can't see any whites under his eyes. So I think he's tilted his head back and he's looking in line with his head, is my guess. But maybe slightly to his right. So that's what I've gone. I've gone there for the moment. I'm happy with this line, the top line here, which is the Y, I think. I don't know how far along here the X would be. But that's what I am to start. What's my coordinate for that? 1286868. I'll put that in the comments as the first one of the week. Let me know how you got on. Now, I'd be interested to know how people got on this week, because we had such a huge spread, and I think you guys had gone over such a big area that, you know, I don't know how many of you could have had closest car or runner-up prize or whatever. I'm guessing not many of us got sort of zone 1 or zone 2 this week. I should imagine most of it in zone 3. But some of you will have done well, you always do. Let's have a look at, quick look at Revcomps. So for Thursday's draw, I got one on this motorhome, because it comes with 10 grand. I got one on this Golf GTD and one on this Peugeot. And then the new ones they put on last night for next Monday. I've got one on here because it's £65,000 cash alternative, which I could do with to move into my new flat in a few weeks. I've got one for this Volkswagen camper, which also comes with 5 grand. And I really like the look of this Audi A1. That's a keeper for me. I'd keep that as a runabout. And that comes with 5 grand as well. So I bought 3 tickets on that one because they were relatively cheap. And I thought, yeah. So forget the vehicles. There's 5 grand with this one, 5 grand with that one, or 65 grand cash alternative on this one. Or you could take the car and have 3 grand. And then on the auto draws, this one ends tonight. There's 67% sold, but these suddenly sell out in the last hour. Everybody has a look and says, oh, maybe I will. So I've got one on this Range Rover, I've got one on this Skoda Octavia VRS, one on the Mazda CX-3. Now I like the look of this, and I've got a strong feeling on this one. I could be winning this one, guys. That's on, when is it? Friday, 3rd of May. I haven't bothered with this Honda Jazz. I think it's an automatic. Oh, I might be wrong. I think it's an automatic Honda Jazz. And I didn't bother with this Ford Focus, although that would be a laugh. It's Mountune, 375 brake horsepower, that one. And there will be another one due on there tomorrow. Now they'll put another car on it tomorrow, hopefully. So no doubt I won't be able to resist, and I'll have one of them as well. And before I go, don't forget, it's the last day of the month. So tomorrow's the 1st. I'll mention this now on Saturday, because then I'll be able to get the thing up on the screen. But the Auto Trader electric car giveaway, there'll be a new one tomorrow. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, and then I'll put a reminder up then on the screen on Saturday, so that you guys can all go and put your email address in and win an electric car. So there we are. Let me know how you got on. Leave a coordinate now for Saturday, and good luck everyone.